Oh, he's got it. Oh, yeah, he's got it. What's up, guys? So, this is, what is the channel name? Maxdout Garage?
Maxdout Garage, yes.
I came up with a name actually because Zach has a brand called Maxdout Mafia.
Yes, which is over there on the wall.
So we got this shop in November because we all have a bunch of shit boxes and we're running out of room. Me personally, I have a Tacoma and 3 Miatas.
Which we should mention, by the way, the shop is how 4,600 square feet?
4,600 square feet.
Which I moved out of a 600 square feet. He moved out of a 2-car garage, and Corbin moved out of a pretty much no garage.
I pretty much got kicked out by my grandpa because
he had too many of these things.
I pulled the engine out of this car and started dumping fuel everywhere in his garage, and I was kind of like his last resort, like, get the hell out.
Get your shit and get out. So we decided at that point, we're like, okay, we all need a lot of space.
And my grandpa found this deal.
Yeah, he did us a solid on this deal.
Yeah,
but
my grandpa said, I know a badass shop, you guys. Now get the fuck out of my garage.
Yeah, which the shop, as you can see, is kind of, it's not perfect, but it's perfect for us because we just work on junk here.
And you're gonna see that.
Yeah. So we decided to make a channel because you know, there's a lot of shenanigans that go on, especially there's a lot of things that we could record, so we figured why not. I personally have a channel, but this will be more for like random shit. Like, it won't be like focused on a single person's car, but obviously we'll go through everyone's cars and everything like that.
Just to flex, I also have a channel, but I don't edit videos anymore because I'm too lazy. So.
He's too lazy. So,
dude, by the way, I got an email the other day. They said I can't monetize my videos anymore.
Why?
I don't know.
Probably cussing and stuff.
No, it said something.
Oh, maybe if you go so long without making a video, they like cut your monetization off. So you have the green Miata and this, obviously.
And this NB2 and that red NA back there.
Yeah, which this car we got basically, or you got
$700.
$700.
April 1st last year.
Imagine a $700 car basically, and that's what you got.
Zach can put a picture up.
Yeah, I'll put a picture up, obviously. But
100 different colors,
yeah.
Rusty, 156,000 miles. But it was my first time ever buying a car. I've had 2 trucks, but like they're trucks.
They were running and driving and didn't smoke when you drove it home and catch on fire.
I have a nice truck.
Yeah. So yeah.
But
you painted it.
Yeah, I painted it. Low pro.
Oh yeah, we didn't even mention what we were doing right now either.
Oh yeah, I'm putting on these Aerocatch hood pins because I tore apart the car. I painted the engine bay purple.
Yeah, this is all recent. This was just done like less than a month or 2 months ago.
Painted the engine bay. I painted the whole car by myself actually too. First time ever painting a car. I'm resealing the engine over there. I did a valve cover cut and got it powder coated today actually. All sparkly. I don't know if you can see it. It really pops in the light, but I don't have a light to show you guys.
Oh, I have.
Oh, he does have a light. Oh,
this is the only time it's never worked.
Dead.
It's never. This thing has never not worked in my life.
All right. So it's pretty sparkly.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's definitely sick.
But I got that because I'm resealing the engine. I got a Gates timing belt water pump kit. I got a 6-putt clutch on the way.
Basically everything to put the car back together, running and driving. And what's your plan to do with it?
Drift it.
Drift it, obviously. And then the MB2 randomly got a crazy deal on it. It popped up. He's got that now. Just got a hardtop for it recently too. Car's super clean, honestly, for like what you gave for it. And
yeah. It's automatic though, but I have all the parts to swap it except for the PPF and the drive shaft.
Yeah, which that stuff's easy to get. And this car's really clean interior, pretty much power everything, which is sick because you plan on just dailying it really, and probably will slide it.
Well, I'm probably gonna drift it because depending on how this car does, or as soon as it breaks, I'm probably gonna tear it apart and turbo it, and then I'll just drift this one because this one's NB2, so.
It's got the 1.8
VVTi,
yeah,
so these are actually pretty good.
And it has an LSD already, so
Yeah.
We think it has an LSD.
The dude said it does. I haven't tested it out yet because I was wondering why this car was such a turd. I thought it was because it was automatic, but it's actually because
I did forget about this.
the throttle body's bent as shit.
Yeah. So he drove this, and I remember asking him like, "Hey, what do you notice the difference between the 1.8?" He's like, "I don't know. It kind of feels like a turd." Then one day I'm sitting here looking at this. I'm like, "Dude, this throttle body. There's no way you could hit full throttle with this." So that needs fixed. And then
because this car was wrecked. As you can see, they tried to pull it out.
Yeah. Which, if we're all over the place, this is like we're just trying to like spam a bunch of shit in here at once. But we actually you got the car with no front end on it. Literally the same night we put the front end back together, and you drove it to work or drove it around.
I did drive it to work actually, and then the alternator went out.
Yeah. So which is expected for a car that's been sitting. I mean, with that car, he literally went through like all of the things you can imagine going wrong with it.
Because it sounded like a 3-rotor RX-7.
Yeah.
Turns out, if you go to this water pressure, water sensor, whatever the fuck it is, on the back here, this sensor right here will make your shit run like a rotary, okay?
Yeah, so if you have a car that's running like dog shit and it's like literally smoking black, spitting fuel out of the exhaust, that's your problem. And it also like, obviously this car sat forever, like forever.
This car, when we got it, it was halfway parted out.
Yeah, it was in the process of being parted out, and then Trey saved it.
Yeah.
He plans on getting a KBD kit, so this isn't like its final form, obviously, but...
No, this car's far from done.
Yeah, just like really anybody's car, but... yeah, he's done a lot of work to this. We didn't show the interior of this one yet. This one is completely, I mean, it's a drift car.
NRG steering wheel.
Had to flex the sparkle with the light.
NRG bucket seats that I traded my stock seats out of this car for. A hydro brake that's not hooked up yet. A G Racing short throw shifter that I just got. Relocated the ECU, did the dash cut, got tombstone delete, center console delete.
Dash is flocked as well.
Yeah, heat and AC delete.
Tinted window, tinted windshield.
Yeah, I did over fenders, new front fiberglass fenders, which I hate.
Yeah, because they just don't.
Welded diff, ISR exhaust, all kinds of dumb stuff.
Yes.
We can show you the dash over here when we show you the
Yeah. Which, by the way, this is the shop, obviously. Pretty big. So this is the dash. One of the biggest issues with our shop is the dust, which we are working on. They basically cut the floors where all the cracks are at, so there's dust on everything, but pretty dusty, but it looks good once it's in the car.
Yeah, no tombstone, no glove box, flock dash. This car I got for a steal. I was gonna fix it, but the floors are rusty, and I got the NB, so I was like, I might as well trans swap it with the transmission in here, and then the 1.6 that's in this car, I'm gonna put forged internals in it and then use it as a spare motor for the green car. But I'm in the process of parting it out. I've only had it, or I started parting it out like 2 weeks ago. The only body panels it has left is the doors and the back bumper, so doing pretty good with that so far, I guess. And yeah, that's it for my shit boxes.
This is Corbin's. The red car is Corbin's. I don't know if you'll see him on the channel because we discussed this idea over our group chat we have, and he didn't say anything. So if he's watching this and he's wondering why he's not in it, Corbin, you should speak up if you want to be in it. Anyhow, he's a part of the shop as well, so he'll probably be in the videos. I think he got this car to kind of slide around with us, learn a little bit. It's E46, has pretty high miles, but like it drives like a 60,000 mile car. Like it's a decent car, decently good start if he decides that he's actually going to slide it around and stuff. So that's really it for him. He's got other stuff, but none of it's up here yet. I guess we'll wait for him to, if he actually is in a video or not, he can discuss that stuff. But I'm gonna hand the camera to Trey so I can talk about all my junk. So this is my E36, and just like you'll find a repeating pattern on this channel that we buy cars that are literally pieces of just piles of dog shit that should not be saved. This was sitting in some kid's backyard, like had trees growing through it, basically. I think what do you say? The engine just blew up when he was doing donuts.
Spun bearings, didn't it?
Yeah, he said it spun a bearing, tore the engine apart. Long story short, I got the car literally as you see it, pretty much, except for
way
it
worse.
had doors on it. It had doors on it.
No over fenders.
No over fenders. Which
is the over fender on the other side so you can show them what the kid did?
Yeah, we can show that. Yeah. So I personally would have rather have kept the OEM rear quarters just because I don't need a ton of grip because it's stock engine. But basically, he, instead of getting over fenders, he tried to fit some tires and just literally took a Sawzall and just went all the way around.
And he didn't do just a quarter like you would. Like I cut my car like this, but he cut into the rocker too.
Yeah, he cut into the rocker, cut into the rear bumper.
Yeah, the bumper's up here.
Yeah, you can see the bumper's all cut up too.
Chopped her.
So at this point,
Sunroof.
obviously, yeah, the sunroof is the best part. So the sunroof, he, instead of, buying a sunroof delete panel or just leaving the sunroof, he decided to slap a piece of plastic on top of here, drill about 80 holes in the roof, and rivet a piece of plastic up here. So like the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've spent hours fixing all the body work up here. So I had to drill all the holes, bondo it, get the roof flat, and it's finally done. The engine, I put the engine in it. I've had this car for 4 months. I bought an engine like the next week, had it running within like, I think a month or two. Drove it like 4 or 5 times, and then tore it back down because I wanted to paint it. So that's where it's at right now. That's why it's in pieces. The dash is out, painted the dash, stuff like that. So really, I have everything to put the car together. Body kit's on the way, paint's on the way. The only thing I don't have is a hood and what else?
Well, he does have a hood over there.
Yeah, so yeah, we drove like to Cincinnati, got a hood, and it doesn't fit my car. So now I need a hood, but I think that's the only thing that I need, I'm thinking.
And to make it run.
Well, yeah. There's some shit going
And
on
a fuel filter.
Yeah, I drilled a hole through my fuel filter when I was drilling holes through my floors. So, need a fuel filter.
Drilled holes through his floors.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's pretty much it, really. Body kit's on the way. A lot of stuff is on the way. I have brand new taillights, headlights, everything for this car. It should be good to go. Hopefully, we're hoping these two are like running and driving pretty close to the same time within the next, what would you say, month at least? I mean,
my car should be done in 2 weeks because all my stuff, including my clutch and everything, should be here on Tuesday. Then I literally just have to prep the engine and reseal it and then put everything back together.
It should be done in 2 weeks, or it should at least start in 2 weeks. But realistically, they'll both be like fine-tuned, hopefully, like running and driving good driving cars within a month or so. I obviously have a lot more work. I got to paint the car and everything else and figure out why it doesn't run, which it did run, but I messed that up. I accidentally broke the antenna for the key. Next vehicle. This is my favorite vehicle, but it had a rotted out frame. The frame snapped in half. I have a clean frame in my house. I'm gonna S13 rear subframe swap it and turbo the KA. I don't really need to go a lot into this because this is gonna be a really extensive build. I wanna learn a lot with this. Like, I wanna bend tubing, learn how to TIG weld with it. Obviously, I'll have to do a lot of welding on the rear end for the subframe, and I wanna repaint it too. But
show them the front end.
Oh yeah, the front end. So get this. So this truck has obviously been wrecked, and for the longest time I drove it and like would wonder why it had so many squeaks and rattles. Well, like they like used a flux core welder to fix the front clip, and literally the whole thing. I could probably rip it off right now if I wanted to. Like, I'm surprised it hasn't fell off yet. So
the only thing that's holding it on is the brake lines.
Yeah, pretty much the brake lines and the fuel line stuff over there. But I'm considering just cutting the whole front off and doing a tube front end. This is gonna be like a drift truck / mostly I just wanna make it look really nice. Because I don't have anything that's actually like, what would you consider show quality, I guess? We don't have anything show quality around here.
Yeah.
So, but. And then I have the Cummins, which is outside, which we don't need to talk about right this second.
We'll go outside.
Okay, we can go outside.
And we have the shop dog.
Yeah, we got Cash. He's big sleepy right now.
Oh, grab.
So we have a crackhead problem, so we usually have to carry a gun anywhere out here, but that's Trey's truck. Well, there's my daily driver. It's E92 lowered. Trey's truck, lifted.
It's hard to see, no light.
Yeah.
But it's a 2012 Tacoma, lifted 6 inches. I did have 22x14s at 2-inch spacers, but I was sick of blowing wheel bearings, especially because I have to trailer my car to drift events this year. So I just put 35s on the stocks and called it a day.
Okay, so this truck is what a lot of people know me for, unfortunately, because I don't really like care for it anymore. This got a light on, don't it? Oh, look at that. So recently repainted it. Kind of recently just put it back together. I mean, it's not technically together, but Cummins 12 valve 47 RE swap, anteater, 22x14s, lifted, tinted windows. It's a good truck. I'm mostly using it to haul my drift car around, and that's really what I want it to be for. I used to like do burnouts in it every time I drove it, which I probably still will. I really want a video of the E36 on the trailer with the Cummins doing a rolling burnout, you know? That'd be sick. But yeah, this is the tow pig. So yeah, that's really it. We're gonna get like a 40-foot American flag and put it on this wall right here. I got a trailer over there. Not that that matters, but actually, let's not show that because I don't want to steal it.
Yeah, we don't want anybody stealing it.
So basically, here's Cash. He's not sleeping now because we walked out on him. He's like, "Where you guys go?" So basically, what you can expect to see on this channel, a lot of shenanigans. I mean, like, once our cars are running and driving, it's going to be nonstop, just abuse.
Hood rat stuff.
All the time. And we're hoping to make some more hood rat friends we can go do hood rat stuff with. We want
to have like meets at this place.
Yeah, we would like to have meets here. We are both planning on starting drifting for the first time this year. Me and him have slid stuff around parking lots, like we know how to drive a car, but we've never drifted on a track. We're not drifters. We don't know how to drift. I know a lot of people like to confuse skidding around a corner at a parking lot with
I just
drifting.
call it hooning.
Yeah.
Just hooning, you know?
I'm not going to be that typical fag and be like, yeah, I'm a drifter because I slid around a parking lot. But this is what I was sliding around. I've actually never had a drift car, so it's going to be like a night and day difference for me. I've actually done like 2 donuts in this.
Yeah.
Something like that. And it ripped. Absolutely ripped. Had the biggest smile on my face. But yeah, I mean, there's not much.
We're always doing something stupid. I mean, he just boosted his crazy cart.
Yeah, I hooked a DeWalt battery up to this crazy cart, which is obviously sick for up here because it's so big. But she made a little too much juice and she melted her throttle button. So I'm gonna fix that, and then I'm gonna run 2 batteries in series.
No, I've been riding dirt bikes since I was 4. So I've always worked on those, and then I installed like a lift kit on my old trucks, but like just basic stuff like that. But I've never like actually torn apart and worked on a car.
Yeah, to this depth. A lot of people don't understand like the amount of work that goes into something like that.
Yeah, people tell me that like that car is not built, but like in my eyes,
Yeah.
I've built that car because you'll see when you see the pictures of it. It was pretty rough. It doesn't look like the same car.
That's honestly, in my opinion, the best way to learn. Like, buy the most absolute piece of dog shit car you could find and just learn with it. Like, at that point, there's nothing that can go wrong.
Because like my trucks, they've both been nice. Like I've never had to change an alternator, never had to change a battery on them, nothing. Never done the spark plugs, nothing. I've never done that until I bought this Miata. And then once I bought this Miata, I've always liked Miatas, like when I was like 17 and stuff.
Yeah, he would always talk about Miatas, and I absolutely hated them. So all the time he would talk about them, like, those things are so ugly.
I've always loved them, and then I finally got one, and now I have 3. I drove it from April till October is when I took the engine out. I took it out on Halloween, actually.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. Like this car, when I got it, mind you, I've never owned a BMW in my life, never owned an E36 in my life, never watched videos on any of them. Oh, I did own a BMW. I'm a liar. I've never owned, obviously I've never tore the engine or had to really work on my 2013 because it's a brand new, it's a new car, brand new to me, really. I literally put this thing together with I didn't even know if I bought the right engine for it. Like, I had no idea. I literally threw this thing together with absolutely no clue on how to work on BMWs. Like, I knew what I was doing. Like, I've worked on stuff before, and it just ran great. I went to school for auto tech. Wouldn't say that that's where I learned everything. Honestly, I've learned more with just tearing apart the first gen in my garage 50 times. But I've been working on shit for probably like the last 4 or 5 years. I had a Dodge Dakota. It was a piece of shit. It was cool though to me. But yeah, I'm just assuming when we're making this video, I'm assuming that nobody knows us, even though a lot of friends are gonna watch it, I'm sure.
I didn't even tell them the best part of this car.
Oh, what's the best part?
I've always liked cars. Like, I've hung out with Zach for like the past, like, what, 4 or 5 years, probably? 4 years.
Is it that long? I mean, I've known you that long.
I'm 21, and we started hanging out in 16.
I've known you that long, but I don't know that we've hung out that long.
When I had the Dakota, I was like 17, 18. Yeah. Anyways, 3 or 4 years. I've always liked cars, always went to car meets, but I would never have a car because my parents wouldn't let me get one.
Oh, yeah.
Because I do.
Oh, we do need to tell that.
I do live with my parents still. So, funny story about this car. My dad was like, yeah, if you buy a car, you're getting kicked out. So I wake up and I randomly just opened up like Facebook Marketplace. Like, I actually clicked on it. I just seen like Miata, $700. Turns out my friend that I went to school with, his dad was selling it. So I messaged him real quick. I was like, hey.
Which, by the way, is a Miata guru.
Yeah, he has like 30 Miatas, Midwest Miata parts. If you need any Miata parts, buy them off his website, which is really nice because he lives 15 minutes from me. So like, If something breaks in this car, I can instantly go get it.
Off topic. We're getting off topic.
He has everything.
Yeah.
Anyways, basically, I bought this car and I hid it in Zach's garage for a whole month and a half.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah,
it seemed like a long time.
I didn't tell my parents that I got the car. I brought it home to them when I finally got the wheels and coilovers on it, so it looked like kind of decent.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It was still 50 colors,
yeah.
but it looked that way.
Because I thought they was gonna kick me out, but they didn't kick me out. And
his dad, and mind you, your dad ended up loving it.
Yeah, he actually was like, man, it's pretty sweet, whatever. Then I got the second car back there, and they're like, WTF.
Yeah.
But they're like kind of whatever because I didn't keep it at their house. I kept them at my grandparents' house.
I would like to buy an E30 and a Z3, which Trey hates, which makes it even better. When Trey hates something, I want to do it more. That's my motivation. I'm like, damn, Trey hates it. I gotta do it now. So my ultimate goal is for Trey to have to walk in here every day and look at a Z3, just to piss him off.
It's a wannabe Miata.
But
junkier Miata.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say junkier, a car with more power than a Miata, basically, is what he's trying to say. But, yeah, so I guess this is the new channel. Once these things are running, and plus this was literally, like, we just made this video, like, out of nowhere. Like, there's already been a ton of funny stuff that's happened today that we could have filmed, but we didn't. So, yeah.
Like Corbin lighting his truck on fire.
Yeah, Corbin lighting his truck on fire. Corbin screaming at his truck for 3 hours.
Cash about ate a crackhead.
Yeah, Cash about ate a crackhead. We have real bad crack. Like if you got rat problems or mice problems, we have crackhead problems around here.
Yeah, because a crackhead pulled in our parking lot actually, and his BMW was on fire.
Oh yeah, we did. We put a BMW fire out. Well, we didn't.
It was
we tried. We tried to put.
335i.
Yeah, it was a 335i. And mind you, this guy, we put the fire out, and this dude drives away with the car still on fire. So that's sick.
No oil, or like the oil's gone because his son forgot to put the oil cap on, so it
Yeah.
squirted oil out and got on the headers. That's why it caught on fire.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can expect to see a lot of crackhead shenanigans too. The nice thing is neither of us are really new to YouTube, so it's kind of like easy, I guess. Yeah. I'll be editing all the videos.
I hate editing YouTube videos.
As he said, yeah. But yeah, I think that's what we're gonna leave it at. Now that we've made a first video, Trey can like film some shit on his own if I'm not here, whatever. I think you have a GoPro, don't you? You can use that too. All right, well, that's gonna be it for this video. We'll probably make another one like soon. I mean, we're here every day. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. And I guess we'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.